time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day, here with another installment of my 4-point play. 4, 3, 7, 9. Is that 4? Okay. The subject of today's 4-point play is the NBA, past and present, and why there is no comparison. Point number 1. Let me get my notes here. I look at today's NBA, or the Today BA as I like to call it, like I do hip hop. There's a line in the song Robot off the KRS-One Buckshot album called Skills. It goes a little something like this. Cats can't seem to sing or rap these days without auto-tune in the back these days. So if you put that over here to the left and then slide over to the right versus a cat like LL Cool J, who used his grandmother's basement as a lab to write and create his lyrics and not taking no shortcuts in the process. So, do cats who use auto-tune rightfully deserve the same recognition as the LLs in the world? No, they don't. And neither does the modern NBA player, for the most part. When the same variables, or when the variables are not the same today as opposed to yesterday. You know, them things like hand check-in, flagrant flop-in, the volume of three-point attempts. My gosh, that's outrageous. Or no defense. Again, today versus yesterday. Point number 2, enough with the quick trigger GOAT or great labels. How can we realistically call a player greatest of all time when most people who use the term ain't been around as long as the NBA been in existence? Answer me that. Point number 3, if we are, or let me just say, if we are even to begin having such a conversation, the first order of business is establishing what are we basing that on? Stats, box scores? Again, how many three-point attempts? Or is it a combination of those things in conjunction or used in conjunction with the eye test, which is the best test? I tell people all the time, when you're watching the NBA game, turn the volume down. Put the mute button on. Watch just one quarter with no sound, and I guarantee you come away with a different perspective. Because once we establish what we're basing it on, thus or then a criteria or criterion is born. If said player or team meets or exceeds that criteria or criterion, then a case can be made, and only then can a case be made for said player or team to be seen or deemed as great or GOAT. Point number 4. I think I got it right this time. Last but not least, and why there's even more reason for why there is no comparison, when is the last time the NBA boasted its best? And prior to the start of a season, we knew, or you knew who the 2 finals contestants are or were, a foregone conclusion. If in fact Jordan is the standard for which these things are measured, because that's where all of this comparison thing, that's the nucleus of it, Jordan and LeBron, for which these things are measured, not even at the point where he was, Jordan that is, where he was starting to become what we all know him to be, was his team or his team's postseason success a foregone conclusion. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. The Today BA the storylines create the game. Whereas yesterday, the game, the substance, created the storyline. Foregone conclusion, why? Because in conjunction with hard work, and we're still talking about Jordan now, if he's the standard, in conjunction with hard work, he was challenged every night to give his best effort because the opposition made him who he was. And he not being manufactured or made by the media. So can we please stop with the comparisons, because there are none. And on that note, it's been fun, but I got to run. I appreciate y'all for listening to the Shop Report. Check us out on social media, the Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, or email us, the shopreport365@gmail.com. And if that don't work, Google it. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. I'm Barbershop Jay. Holla.